Hi, I'm Christi Friesen, and I'm so glad you could join me today here at Fire Mountain Gems and Beads Jewelry Making Studio. We're going to do something that I really like. It's my favorite leaf. And this is what it looks like. Actually, there's two of them. And look at how easily they go together just to make a brooch just like that, or you can use them separately as individual little dangles on a necklace or whatever. But we're going to make one today. It is a simple mini project. It doesn't take long to make it all, and it doesn't use much clay. Speaking of clay, we're using Primo polymer clay. All clays are wonderful. Any of the polymer clays that you want to use, you can use for this project. I'm using Primo because it's an ideal sculpting clay. And I just mixed a fun little green out of random colors that I had lying around. Primo has multiple different green tones, and there's also golds and yellows, things that you can mush together. That's one of the things polymer clay does the very best of all the medium I've ever played with, is it lets you kind of swirl around and create your own fun colors. So if you're in a Dr. Seuss mood, go make blue and purple and green and whatchamadonko colors, and you'll be ready for that. If you want to go realistic, some greens, maybe you're in an autumn mood and you go golden colors, who knows? Mix it up, we'll see what happens. Start with a little ball of clay. You don't need very much of one, probably about the size of a small grape maybe would work. And I'm going to pinch and roll this into a teardrop shape, just about like this. And I'm going to use my fingers. Most of the tools we're using today for this little mini project are fingers. Don't worry about fingerprints. Actually, fingerprints is going to make this look even better because now you have this lovely velvety texture that looks very natural on the surface of your clay. So I've flattened it out so that it's no thicker than a quarter coin, right about that size. Take a needle tool or some other kind of pointy tool. This is a bead awl, that works just as well. And I'm going to impress a line down the middle. You see, I'm not like scratching it on there, going up and down. I'm kind of laying it down and pushing it. That's going to be a fold line, and we're going to want to make sure that's deep enough to fold it when we're done. Then I'm using a tool. This is one of my favorite tools, but you need any tool with a nice little sharp edge here and kind of a wide base there just to press and push it in. Kitchen knife can sometimes work if it's one of those dull ones you've had around forever. Just push that in and roll it right in. Push and roll. Now you notice that I've made my lines on this side, they're all diagonal, and this other side now, the diagonal, if they met, they would form little V's. That's important. You want to make them look like they're going to meet together in the middle, not like a truck just ran over them that way. That's a different leaf. All right, so now we've got lines on clay, and I'm going to take the back end of this tool, any kind of rounded tool like a paintbrush handle or something like that will work, and we're just going to roll and push and roll. Yay! We have indentations. Doesn't that look better? And now I'm going to make it look 27% more betterer by sticking my thumb in each one of those holes and pressing down. Indentations. See, doesn't that look more natural than this? That takes away the shiny little tool mark and just leaves that impression looking fun and leaf-full. Now, if that center line is nice and clearly visible, great. If not, like now, I've made a mess of it. I'm just going to go back with my tool, open it up a little bit more, and fold along that line. I'm actually pressing it along the back side here, but I'm pressing along that line. And looky, it just folds right up like a pretty little leaf. But wait, there's more. It's more fun. We're going to put some mica powder on it. If you don't already have mica powder in with your polymer clay stuff, go right now and get some. It's fabulous. You'll love it. And I'm using a couple different colors. This one's sort of a russet color, kind of a rusty thing. I'm just going to put that right down the center. Isn't that lovely? It gets kind of like a little bit of color and a little bit of depth to that. I'm using just a little touch of it on my brush and smoothing it right down. Then let's get a little bit of gold and put that on the outer edges. Oh, doesn't that shine nicely? It's so pretty. And finally, here's one that I really like. This is a kind of a sparkly blue color. And look, just a little shimmer on the surface. Oh, man, doesn't that look great? So if you want now, you can press again with fingers to kind of press that all in. Mica powder goes right onto the surface of the clay. It sticks right into the surface. When you bake it, it bakes itself right in. And if you put too much on, besides just blowing it away and making a cloud of it somewhere else, you can take clear tape, rub it, and pull it off. And that will take the excess messed up mica areas off. Then once you're done, you can just kind of curl that around in any way you like. Look at that. Let's cluster all these babies together. You practically have a brooch right now just by putting a few of them together, huh? All right, so once you've created as many leaves as you like, and who knows what you're going to make with them. In fact, might I suggest, there's a little book here that I wrote called Flourish, and I highly recommend it. It's great fun. It's got that leaf as well as many other leaves and lots of flowers and things that you can do to combine with those leaves to make some interesting jewelry and projects. So take a look in there if you like. And there are also some other tutorials here at firemountaingems.com on leaves and flowers and other polymer things. So take a look at those and you can put them together with this leaf and make a fabulous project. All right, polymer clay is not an air drying clay. It needs heat to cure. So what you're going to want to do is, if you're a little unfamiliar with polymer clay, we've got another tutorial for you that goes over the polymer clay basics, and there's one on baking. You can go find out all the details for that. Essentially, this is going to get baked in your home oven or a tabletop oven for about a half an hour, and that will make the clay fused and firm and very, very durable. Okay, doesn't that sound like fun? Are you ready to get started? It's so exciting, isn't it? And you know what else is even better? Everything you need. The clay, the mica powders, tools, books, and everything else to create this and other projects are just right here at firemountaingems.com. So take a look, browse around, find some fun stuff, and get making some leaves.